It's darkest before dawn, but you first of all gotta get lost before you find yourself home. As I'm editing this now, God, that intro's so cringy. I do apologize, but hey yo. 2020 has been a very difficult year for everyone. Everyone suffered mentally, physically and emotionally. No one was really prepared for the challenges that COVID brought about. In 2020, for like half of the year, the only access I had to in regards to training and working out was park workouts. This is due to the fact that in England, for half of the year, the gyms are closed due to COVID-19. But let me take you guys back onto how I personally reached rock bottom. My journey was slightly different. My own trials and tribulations came towards the back end of 2019. So my granddad passed away. There was ill health with my mum. She had her back issues. Back home at that point in time, there was a massive earthquake. A lot of friends and family members got affected. At work, there was a systems migration that was happening at that point in time. It really made me question what I was doing with my life and my motivation around work, so that dipped down massively. And through all of this, it was affecting my relationship at that point in time. I was going through a massive rut and I couldn't really communicate that. There's no communication between myself and the girlfriend at the time. So that was massively affected. But even then, through all of that, I still felt as if I had everything under control, because inside of me, I'm one of those individuals that doesn't like to give up. Once I have something set at mind, I will not give up, and my focus on that was trying to build a bigger and better life. So even though I was going through all those trials and tribulations, I thought to myself, you know what, this is not an issue. I've been here before, I've got this. But little did I know that COVID-19 was around the corner. That's when everything changed. So when COVID-19 hit, we was pretty much forced to stay inside. During that point in time specifically, we all had symptoms. I had symptoms. When it was dry coughing, high temperature, I was feeling very lethargic. It constantly felt that I was on a constant jog. So I was pretty much out of breath for literally weeks on end. With that, and on top of everything that I was going through mentally, I just gave up. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And because of COVID, lockdown and self-isolation, all my coping mechanisms were taken away. I couldn't just simply go outside or go to the gym and train my worries away or cope with my issues at that point in time. And a lot of people, when they go through issues like that, they use work as a coping mechanism. They use work to focus on and strive at work to take their mindset away, to take away their thought process away from the struggles they're going through. But the problem with that COVID-19 is that everyone was working from home. Now, I'm a massively extroverted person and I struggled with working from home. All my motivation had gone. I couldn't eat, sleep. I couldn't simply function. I was constantly overthinking. I lost loads of weight. So I went from this very, very buff, lean, 89, 90 kg shredded Adonis walking around on the beach to simply looking like I was malnourished. I went down to 77 kg. And this is all because I literally gave up. So after weeks and months of feeling like this, I had a long, hard look at myself in the mirror and I thought, you know what? I'm focusing and putting too much mental energy on things I can't control. So I simply decided back up again with bare basics. Bodyweight workouts and park workouts. Simply forcing myself to get out of the house and get myself in a routine of eating and sleeping properly again. But the main focus was on bodyweight workouts and park exercises to force my body to want to eat and to want to exercise and to want to sleep. So during these park workouts, because I got prior experience of training and working out, because again I've been training for the last 10-15 years, my focus is around bodyweight exercises such as dips, pull-ups, squats and core workouts. I specifically try to focus around compound movements. Not just compound movements, but doing high volume and high intensity compound movements. And my focus to that was simply to take as short of a rest period as I possibly could, while also at the same time finishing the exercises, rep ranges and sets that I could. And after months and months of doing that style of working out and training, and believe you me, as an advanced gym goer, those styles of exercises would work for 99% of people out there. And through months and months of that style of training, I recon back to my original weight of 88, 89 kg, a very lean body weight. So once I got back to where I initially was, which was that 88, 89 kg body weight, I thought, you know what, why not push things further? Conveniently at that point in time, the gyms were back open again. So I thought I'll increase my calories and I'll simply smash the weights hard. If I managed to achieve my goal weight of 89, 88 kg, a fairly lean body weight, I thought, why not push this to 100? I personally have never weighed 100 kg, which is like 220 pounds. I thought for my height, it'd be a sustainable weight, and at the same time I can enjoy my food, I can enjoy my drink, and not be too harsh with what I was trying to attain or go after. Constantly throughout my 20s, I've always had this image and this idea that I need to constantly be shredded and be lean, because I was constantly bombarded, as everyone is. I myself and everyone else is constantly bombarded with this idea of being lean, shredded and in shape. Well, that's not the reality. Because if you are that lean, if you are that shredded constantly, you're not going to feel as great as you look. So my ethos changed to simply eating more calories, enjoying weight training, and trying to fill out my frame as a 6'2", 6'1" individual. And I know this is a very quick summary of what happened in the space of 9 months, but honestly, in regards to what's happened over the last year, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned how to cope around certain situations. I've learned how my mind and body works. And it's all been for the better ultimately. I feel so much more confident physically and mentally in regards to future aspects and future prospects. But the biggest thing that I realize is that we as people sometimes focus too much on things we can't control. By simply focusing on things I can control day in, day out, I realize that for good or for bad, everything does come to an end. But at least taking the steps to controlling things you can control and putting on positive, emotional, physical and mental effort towards those things will come along your way, for good or for bad, but usually for good, especially if you try to focus on the right things. I'm kind of speechless now, but like any questions, queries, whatever, just ask them in the comment section below. Obviously there's going to be way more videos in regards to my workouts, how I managed to get my workouts and what I do with my workouts and what particularly worked for me. But without waffling too much, hopefully you've enjoyed this. And yeah, like, subscribe and all that jazz, because algorithms and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this.